Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to learn about problems with pointers. So pointers provide a lot of advantages as well as some drawbacks. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about the problems while writing a program using the pointers. Okay, so now let us see some of the advantages of the pointers and then we will go with the problems of the pointers. So pointers are more efficient in handling the arrays and structures. Pointers reduce the length and the program execution time. Pointers provide dynamic memory management in the C language. And pointer allows references to a function. So it is used to a function as a arguments to other function. So these are some of the advantages of the pointers. Okay, so while using the pointers, like while declaring, while initializing, and while accessing the pointers, or else while applying the pointer arithmetic, okay, and while applying the dynamic memory management techniques, so we face some of the problems with the pointers, and these problems may lead to a serious bug also. Okay, so now let us see some of the problems with pointers. So removing the pointer character when declaring multiple pointers in same declaration. So removing the value at character when declaring the multiple pointers in the same declaration. So how do we declare a pointer? So data type followed by value at operator and then the pointer variable. Okay, so we are using the data type followed by the value at operator, okay, and then the pointer variable. Okay, suppose I want to declare two or more pointers. Okay, I want to declare two or more pointer variables. Then how can we declare that? So that we will see here. So int star p1 comma p2. Okay, so this type of declaring the variables is wrong. Okay, so through this statement the C compiler is going to consider that it will consider p1 as a pointer variable and it will consider p2 as a variable only. Okay, so that is the problem with this type of declaration. Okay, so here it will consider only the p1. So int pointer variable operator and pointer variable comma pointer variable. So here we want to declare two pointers, right? That is p1 and p2. But the compiler will consider it as a p1 as a pointer variable and p2 as a integer variable, right? So this is the problem with this kind of declaration. So how to solve this type of declaration means, so the recommended solution is int star p1 comma star p2. That means, so int pointer variable p1 and pointer variable p2. So it will consider two pointers here. So using the data type operator, we can declare two pointer variables here. Okay, so this is the perfect solution for this given problem. Alternatively, we can use the typedef also. We will discuss about typedef in the upcoming videos. So typedef is nothing but an alias name. Okay, suppose if a person is having a very lengthy name, or if a person is having some difficult different kind of name to spell, then we will replace it with the alias names, that is like nicknames. Okay, so this is like a nickname. So I'm taking typedef int star pint. So here, so instead of using the int pointer variable pointer operator, so we are using the pint. This is the original pointer variable, so we are replacing it with the duplicate variable. Okay, so after declaring with the typedef, we can use this all throughout the program. Star, we can use it, we can use pint here, pint. Okay, so like this we can use it in the remaining part of the program. Like I want to declare two pointers here, then I will use pint space p1 comma p2. So like this we can declare two pointer variables if you are using the typedef. Okay, so next problem is using the uninitialized pointers. Okay, so first of all we have to declare the pointer, right? So if you want to use a pointer variable, then you have to declare the pointer variable in this format. So after declaring, you have to assign the address of the another value. Okay, so pointer variable stores only address of the variables, right? So here using the uninitialized pointers may lead to a serious error here. So int star p1. Okay, so in star p1 we are declaring the pointer variable p1 and we are assigning the pointer variable to a integer variable. Okay, so here we are assigning the pointer variable to a integer variable. Okay, so here it will lead to a error because so we are not initializing the pointer variable. So p1 is only declared here, we have not initialized the pointer variable and we are directly assigning the uninitialized pointer variable to a integer variable. Okay, so this statement will lead to a error. So how to fix this type of problem means, int star p1. So we are declaring the pointer variable and I am taking a variable m equals to 10 and I am assigning the address of the particular variable m to the pointer variable. So after this statement, so the pointer p1 gets initialized here to address of the variable m. Okay, so this is how we can fix this type of problem, that is the uninitialized pointers. So coming to the next one, assigning a pointer to an uninitialized variable. Okay, assigning a pointer to a uninitialized variable. So I am first of all declaring the variable p1 here and then I'm taking a variable m of type integer. So I'm declaring a variable m of type integer and then I'm assigning the address of the m to pointer p1. Okay, so this statement will lead to a logical error. So it won't result any it won't display any error while executing the program, but it will result in a logical error. Okay, so here I'm taking the value m, so I'm declaring the variable m, but I have not initialized the variable m here. Okay, and I'm assigning the address of m to the pointer p1. So that's why the problem here is assigning a pointer to a uninitialized variable. Okay, so we are assigning the pointer, we're assigning the pointer to a uninitialized variable. So here m is, so m is nothing right here, so we have not initialized the variable m. So this is the problem with the assigning a pointer to uninitialized variable. So how to fix this type of problem? So do not assign pointers to uninitialized variables. So if the variable m is assigned some value only, you have to allocate the address of the variable to the pointer, or else don't allocate the uninitialized variable to a pointer. So next one is assigning value to pointer variables. Okay, so here I am declaring a pointer p1 here and then I am considering a variable m. So here I am declaring and initializing the variable m with 100. Okay, and then I am assigning the value of the m to the pointer p1. Okay, so remember one thing, that pointer means it points to the address of the another variable, but it won't store any value here, right? Pointer will only point to a address, but here we are assigning the value of m to the pointer, right? We are assigning the value of m to the pointer p1, so which will lead to a error. So how to fix this type of problem means, so we have to allocate the address of operator for the value m, right? So assign the address of integer variable to the pointer. So we should not assign the variable to the pointer, we have to assign the address of the integer variable m to the pointer. So the correct thing is in star p equals to address of m. So we have to assign the address of the variable m only. Next one is incorrect syntax for incrementing dereferenced pointer variables. Okay. So here we are considering the pointer arithmetic. So in the pointer arithmetic, the pointer variable supports only addition, subtraction with the constant value, and incrementing, decrementing, right? Similarly here, so we are going to increment the pointer p1 value. Okay, so we are going to increment the pointer p1 value. Okay. So here we have to select, we have to mention with the parenthesis. Okay, so which operation must be done first. Okay, so here we have to mention it with the proper syntax. So we are incrementing the dereferenced pointer. So here the value at operator means it will dereference, right? So it will consider the value at the particular pointer p1. Okay. So how to fix this one means, so here p1 points to an undefined memory location. So if you execute this type of syntax, then it will result in this error. P1 points to undefined memory location. So how to fix this type of problem means, so use the parenthesis. So first of all, we have to, so this is the post decrement, right? So first of all, we have to dereference the pointer p1, and then we have to increment the pointer p1. Okay. So this type of syntax will work in the program. Trying to deallocate stack memory using the free. Okay. So trying to deallocate the stack memory using the free operation also leads to the error. So first of all, I'm declaring the pointer p1 and I'm taking a value m equals to 100, and I'm assigning the p1, the pointer p1 with the address of the variable m, and then I'm taking the statement free p1. That means empty the pointer p1. Okay, so this will lead to a error, that is attempting to free memory on the stack using the free function. Okay, so it will throw a error called access violation. So in order to fix this type of problem, use the free to deallocate memory that has been previously allocated by malloc function or one of its variants. So you have to use the free operation only to deallocate the memory which has been allocated using the malloc function. So we will discuss deeply about this malloc, cloc and reallocation free functions using in the dynamic memory management concept. Okay, so this type of allocation is incorrect. Okay, so we're trying to deallocate the stack memory using the operation. Okay, so normally here whatever the operations, that is arithmetic or relational or any type of operation that we are performing, so the values will be inserted to a stack. Okay, and the pointer, that pointer will be pointing to the stack. So whenever we are inserting new elements to the stack, then the pointer will keep on going to the top of the stack. Okay, so if you are trying to free that pointer which is pointing to the top of the stack, then it will lead to the error called deallocating the stack memory. Okay, so it is better to use the free operation only when we have allocated the memory using the malloc function. So comparing pointers that point to different objects. Okay, so this also will lead to a error. So we have to compare the pointers which are pointing to a same array. So if you are going to compare the pointers that point to different arrays, means it will lead to a error. So I'm taking two arrays here, name1 of 20 and name2 of 20, which is of character type. And I'm assigning a pointer p1 to pointing to the name1 array, and I am assigning p2, the pointer p2 for the name2 array. So and then I am comparing the pointer p1 and p2 using the relational operation. Okay, so it will lead to a error because name1, name2, so two arrays and two pointers are pointing to two different arrays. So we are comparing these two different pointers here, so which will lead to a error. So this is about the different types of problems with the pointers. So pointers are having some advantages as well as some drawbacks. Okay, so we have to